So what's up, you guys? You're welcome to the Pop Culture Parrots. Please do not forget to like, to subscribe, to turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time that I post. So let's get right into it. I think we've previously mentioned Lil Nas's somewhat parasitic relationship with Nicki and how he has decided to go on this rampage and this whatever he's doing, showing love to Nicki only when he has new music available. Like, this dude could stay for an entire year or year and 6 months and not mention Nicki. But when it's time to put out new music, he suddenly becomes the biggest Nicki fan on the block. He begins to remember how much she's inspired and influenced him and helped change the trajectory of his career, and how she was one of the main people that made him start doing music. But he never remembers this when on a casual sunny Monday. He never remembers this when just random days. It's seemingly always when he has music to drop that he remembers, oh, we've heard about the Nicki Minaj and how much influence she has and how much she's changed my career. And I just so happen to remember when I'm about to have new music to drop. So ahead of his new single, he's taken his gimmick to another extreme. He made an entire post on Instagram talking about how Nicki is the queen of doing whatever she wants, how she's the number one badass, and how he used to skip school to promote her music online, and how he stands her down. She's the inventor of the color pink. Like, fine and good. These are all facts. But if on we begin to notice the pattern of this only happens when you have new music to be out, we can only assume that you're being performative. We can only assume that you're doing it for your benefit, and it makes the most sense. Because why can't you show her love on a normal day? You never do this on normal days. You never ever. You quite literally never. But once you have a single coming out, like, oh, like you've been in the game for more than 6, 7, 8 years, and now all of a sudden you just remember how influential Nicki is now that your career is not at the place that you used to be. I'm just saying. Anyways, Cardi and Offset are moving forward with their divorce proceedings. Like, it's actually in the works, and I'm excited because I can't wait for these two people to get out of each other's life. They're so terribly toxic for each other. So Offset has made some demands. So according to legal documents obtained by TMZ, Offset saying that he's not signing no divorce papers until Cardi agrees to give him joint custody of the three children. Although he says that Cardi's place should be the primary residence for the kids, he was also asking the court to lay out each parent's child support obligations, how much he's to pay, how much Cardi's to pay for the taking care of the three children, because three children is a lot. 3 children is a lot. He's also asking the courts to talk about the division of their marital property and how he thinks it's appropriate for everyone to pay their legal fees. So it seems that Offset is dodging some sort of financial responsibility in a way, not expressly, but like he's just trying to ensure that the payments for both for from the both parties are balanced, because him and Cardi both got a decent amount of money. So I think that it can be balanced. So that's just what it's seeming to me. I genuinely can't wait for them to sort this out. They are both terribly toxic for each other, and I pray Cardi moves on, he moves on, hopefully. And yeah. Anyways, happy 1 year anniversary to the record breaking Pink Friday 2 tour. So the Gag City World Tour was a moment, like it genuinely was a moment. It was probably one of the biggest, not one of, it was probably the biggest female rap event of the 2024. And the craziest part is when Nicki first announced the Gag City tour, everyone was like, oh my gosh, she's not going to sell. Oh my god, nobody cares about Nicki no more. Even I had my doubts because I was being fed so much rubbish of how and why she would not sell. This is why Nicki would not sell. And then the tour began. And then the tour started, and then she had the top 15 most attended female rap shows ever. She occupies the entire top 15 when it comes to gross financial money made. And in my head, I'm like, whoa. Like, this dead ass cannot be the same Nikki that everyone tried to convince us was a flop. And then she went it for the London bracket of the show, the Europe version of the show, or the ones that took place in Europe. She was selling out insanely. She was breaking effing records when it came to sales. And I think the name Gag City was genuinely befitting of this tour, because I was actively gagging from Nikki's looks to the Gag City set. Like, that's probably one of the most, not probably, it's the most expensive set that we've seen on a female rap world tour. Like, it was just so Like the budget was there, and it was so evident that the budget was there. So shout out to Nicki. The Pink Friday tour was exquisite, and it seems like she's preparing. Seemingly, it's in the works. Nicki going on tour again after she releases her next studio album, which is most likely coming out in 2026 or later this year, according to Nicki herself. So it seems that when that album drops, she also has plans to tour. Her record label is also in the works. So I think we have a fairly bright expectations for what we are expecting from Nicki in the nearest future. So shout out to Nicki. Anyways, on the topic of music, it seems that Republic Records doesn't want Nicki releasing her Eskimo remix as well as her other Trinidadian verses. So she took to her IG story to say, hey guys, they don't want my hiatus songs on streaming platforms competing with official releases. Write 10 more verses for my country anyways. Womp, womp. So basically, I personally first thought that, oh, probably it was Nikki's up talk or the ups are trying to stop her from putting out music. But it turns out that it's her record label themselves, Republic Records, because if Nicki puts out these types of musics which they have no promotion behind, they have no idea that Nicki was preparing to drop anything, and then they're unable to give her promo, it turns into a bad look for Nicki Minaj, the brand, and it will also eventually poorly reflect on them as a label because it would seem that, oh, you can't support your artist releases because the more commercial the label is, the more the stellar rep it builds, the more income it can generate from basically new artists who can depose their trust in them, knowing that, okay, this label is pretty good at promotion. So little things like this could damage the brand, and the barbs are somewhat happy. Like some barbs are saying that they are making her save their resources for the bigger streaming version, and the other Bobs are flat out just thanking Republic because they just did not want the Eskimo remix. And not just the Eskimo remix, they flat out don't want Nicki to be popping out on the Trinidadian songs with artists that they call Z-list artists because nobody in the United States know them. But there's so many layers to that that we'll have to discuss in another video. But let me just say this. You can't stand a Trini artist and not expect her to do Trini music. But here's the thing, I see both sides. I genuinely do see both sides, and we'll discuss that another time. But but Nikki is just genuinely having so much fun with its verses. It's carnival season in Trinidad and Tobago, so please just let her have her fun. Please just let her have her fun, Barbs. Don't try to be mean and bully her out of it. Let her have her fun. It doesn't matter. Like, not everything is going to be some collaboration with Drake or Ariana Grande or the artist that you want to. So, Nicki's a Trini artist. She's going to make Trini music, and we are just going to have to deal with it, whether we like it or not. Like, it's just one or two songs. Like, just let it go. Let it go. Anyways, on the topic of Trini music and new music in general, Nikki took to her IG story to say that I have a surprise. And once Nikki says this, you just don't do too much. Just be calm and just let her do what she wants to do. So a few moments later, she went on Instagram Live to tease a remix of another Trinidadian songs that she might be featured on or she will be featured on. She has her verse ready. The name of the song is Carry It, and Nikki's verse sounded really good on Carry, to be fair. Like, based on the snippet that she teased, we obviously did not get to hear the whole song, but I'm not even mad at this. I'm not even mad at this. I'm down. I'm down to actually listen to this song, child.
Guys do Guys not. Was hollering. Guys do not holler at me. You would be. Guys are scared of me. I don't know. You. All right. How about this? Guys don't be. Hey, what up, shorty? What's up? Let me get your money. You think niggas come up to me and say that? Let me ask you something. If you're dating a man